Hello, everybody. This is Greg29407 back with another episode of City of Heroes. We are right where we left off in our last episode. We are with Heather Townshend. We're in Dark Astoria, in the most evil place on the Paragon City, apparently. And she's about to give us this story arc called Burden of the Past. It's a 4-story story arc. We can't repeat it in the game proper, but we can in Ourobourus. My understanding from reading up in the forums is that this story arc, once we get used to it, we can run through these 4 missions really fast and get a lot of Incarnate shards and threads, and it'll really help boost our numbers for when we want to try and slot everything. So this will be a big help for us. So let me see one thing. Yeah, that cop's no longer our contact. Let's see here. He was the guy that sent us on our mission, yes, last time. Let's see here. I don't even see him on the list. He was Captain something or other, so he's off the list now. That's one time only. Okay, so let's see where we're going to get. Burden of the Past. Oh, let's see if we got anything else on that last thing. I don't think we did. Oops, wrong thing. Incarnate abilities. Nope, we're still at 1%. We didn't get any points for that stuff. That was just that intro stuff. Okay. Burden of Proof, Part 1, Vengeance. I'll be completely blunt, Killdozer. I don't know a lot about what's going on. However, Cadabra Kill and Siegel seem to at least have an idea of what to do first. They told me they would check back periodically with me. Siegel stated they were trying to find out what was going on with these monsters I mentioned to you, the ones that were attacking the assassins. Cadabra Kill mentioned that they were to track some of them down to a nearby cave system. So if I find Cadabra Kill and Siegel, I'll find some answers. Yes, I would assume as much. They'll be happy to have someone like yourself on their side, that's for sure. I'm going to be staying here to see if I can find anyone else who was wandering within Dark Astoria. Before you came along, I saw several other individuals running through the streets. I tried to call out to them, but they could not hear me, but I could not risk leaving the safe area. I'll be on the lookout for yourself. I'll be on the lookout yourself. Oh, I would be on the lookout for yourself for any missing supers in your time here. All right. Well, that's awkwardly written. All right, so let's go to this first mission. It's over that direction. Now, my understanding is that the first time we're going to do this as a regular series of missions, and we'll learn a lot of stuff. Later on, they said you can speed run these things and do all 4 missions in about 15 minutes. We're not going to try for that. I'm not a good enough player to go that fast. All right, let's see. Well, at least we're not in purple caves. Get ready for some fighting. Here's Siegel. Oh, Killdozer, you were a sight for sore eyes. My husband and I were hoping that someone else would show up to help us, but we never imagined it would be you. Oh, thank you. Montague has asked that the rest of the Midnight Squad stay out of the affairs in Astoria for the moment. We can't risk losing any more members to this until we know more about what's going on. Do you know anything about what happened in the missing supergroup? Let's see what's going on here. We encountered a member from a supergroup that was called here. He mentioned how the rest of his group was lost to the city. The man looked like a shade of himself. My husband told him that we could help him, but he refused, saying something about being beyond help, how he couldn't bear the burden anymore. He ran off around a corner. We heard a scream and chased after him. He was gone, Killdozer. During our time here, we've seen a few supers and even a detective, but none of them stayed long enough for us to talk with them. Got it. What else can you tell me about the situation here? My husband and I have been investigating what's going on. Have you seen them in the streets? The monsters being there terrorizing the area along with the banished Pantheon? We think they might be members of the Knights of Artemis, but transformed. Excuse me. They might have been something to do with this, but we can't tell for sure. I was going to try to push forward through these caverns. There's a member of the group that ran in here. However, there's just too many for me to take on alone. If you're serious about trying to stop this, Killdozer, then I would try to track down that woman and see what she knows. In the meantime, I'm going to meet back with my husband and tell him we have your help. Yeah, she took off pretty quick. It was too much for her, so she ran away. I think maybe she should help us out. All right, so let's get ready for some battle. I don't mind these kind of tunnels. These are big enough you can fight in. So we're looking for this lady. This Knives of Artemis lady. Knives of Artemis are usually bad guys, but I think in this one they're going to become kind of friendly. I think. I'm not sure. Here we go. Hand of Artemis. You see a member of the Knives of Artemis surrounded by what appears to be former members of the Knives of Artemis. They look normal at first glance, but upon closer inspection you can see monstrous details that set these women apart. The member of the Knives of Artemis looks worn out, tiredly grasping onto her blade, the edge of it looking dull from too much use. Killdozer, the famous hero. I remember receiving many hits to kill you. That's all changed now, however. The end is near, and we're all witnesses to the collapse of our world. They're all gone, now beyond my grasp. I had to kill them, put them out of their misery. What's going on here? What are these monsters? These were my sisters. Something happened to our inner circle, but I do not know what. They chose to be transformed, to become something higher, as they say. I do not know what has caused this. I only know that they've broken from the organization. They call themselves the Knives of Vengeance. They tried to get me to join them, but I refused. They called me traitor and chased me down. They wanted to kill me, but I killed them first. We are trained not to care for the deaths of our fellow assassins, but nothing prepared me for killing them, what I've become, monsters. Why do you say it's the end times? The organization is gone, Killdozer. The monster within Astoria is awakened. Force of nature beyond our comprehension attacks us from every side. I kill 5, 10 more show up. There's no end to this. My hands are covered with the blood of my sisters, twisted and disfigured. I can't go any further, Killdozer. There's no hope left for this world. Don't you see? You see a strange presence beginning to gather around the Knives of Artemis assassin. What the? No hope. Holy moly! Oh, there's a caption here. She is doomed. You will become one with the Knives of Vengeance, Killdozer, to spread our justice. Oh, boy. Audrey, too, popped out of the ground. All right, let's see if we can get to where this is telling us to go. Let's see here. Oh, these look like some big caves. All right. We got some people to fight anyway. Let's see if we can get some more threads and shards. The Knives of Vengeance, okay. So we're getting a lot of Incarnate experience, which will help us unlock those other slots. And we did get a thread just now. Oh, sorry, ma'am, I didn't see you there. Okay, I'm going to go deeper into these caves to get to that X marks the spot there, and I will be back in just a few minutes. All right, we're fighting this assassin where the red mark was. And apparently, I found as I was fighting through some of these enemies, I don't have resistance to terrorization. So I was terrorized at one point by an enemy, which is not good. So I was like, oh no, I'm too scared to fight. This is not good. All right. Let's see what the clue says here. The cave you delved into contained more than you could imagine. You watched as a member of the Knives of Artemis were swallowed by some sort of monstrous mouth after she was proclaiming that the world was doomed. She told you that the Knives of Artemis had transformed into these monsters called the Knives of Vengeance. You were then attacked by one of their assassins who spoke of others that they had to deal with. Is this the result of the monsters that have awakened within Dark Astoria? Okay, that's all she knows. That's all new artwork for Dark Astoria from I remember. All right, so speak with Heather Townshend again. That's the end of the first mission. See, there were not that many enemies to kill. It's just it was kind of a long tunnel to go through. So I can see why you can go through that pretty quickly. Killdozer, what did you find out? You explained to Heather what happened to the caves beneath Dark Astoria. That's horrible. I didn't even know about those Knives of Artemis until today, but they must have been the assassins I had seen. You said she was swallowed by some sort of mouth? I wonder, was it because she gave up hope? I don't know. This is a crazy theory. Do you have any idea what caused these women to transform? No, not in the slightest. Well, I think the most we can do at this point is to try and figure out more about why this woman was eaten. If we find out more about this power at work here, we can stand a chance of stopping it. I'm all ears if you have an idea. Part 2. No escape. The only idea I have still lies with Cadabra Kill and Siegel. Something bizarre happened while you were gone, Killdozer. Cadabra Kill approached me without his wife. Well, these things happen sometimes, Heather. There was something different in his voice, a sort of hopelessness in his tone, sort of how that woman was talking to you. He told me that he was going to investigate a nearby office for clues toward the nature of the monstrous women in the BC had awakened. However, he didn't seem all too convinced he would find anything. Did Siegel follow him? Yes, she ran off right away when I told her what happened. She seemed to have an idea of what might have been going on. I tried to follow her, but, well, I'm just a plain civilian. I'm not going to risk leaving these ruins. Heather sighs, rubbing the bridge of her nose. I'm just an architect, Killdozer. I'm never supposed to be involved in something big like this. I know it's not much to go on, but I think you can find something else. Go to that building. Here's another player. Thorny Top Dog. All right, let's go to the store. Let's see what this dude is. Veteran level 1. All right, he's already leveled up 1. So he's actually gone all the way through. So he still says 50 on his name, but he's actually level 51. Spines and fire. All right. So he's probably really good at farming stuff. All right, investigate the Dark Astoria building. They got some really cool artwork in here. Alrighty. Again, these are more of the knives of vengeance. I forgot to stop to see how we were looking for unlocking slots. We'll look at it. I thought this lady was helping us fight. She's one of our enemies. Oops. Now, the good thing about this character is these Knives of Artemis and Knives of Vengeance have knives, which don't do a lot of damage to us because we're, look at the damage she's doing to us. 9 points, 9 points, 3 points, 3 points. So these are not going to be too rough for us because of our high smashing and lethal resistance. Clue found. 2 Knives of Vengeance leaders to find clues from. Find Siegel and Cadabra Kill. You defeated one of the leaders of the Knives of Vengeance who mentioned that people seem to be summoned to Dark Astoria to pay for their sins. She specifically mentioned Cadabra Kill, Siegel's husband. Are the Knives of Vengeance focusing on Dark Astoria because of this? Hi, Killdozer, it's Heather. I found some more survivors of Dark Astoria. I think they're part of the Sioux. What would they be doing here? All sorts of messages coming in. All right, let's round a lot of these guys up here. Perfect. When I hit my vault, and then when I did this again, there's pretty much no one left. Here's an executioner. Aha, that would have been a beautiful ending there. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go through this empty office building and fight my way through, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, this executioner just gave me another clue. Let's see here. Purpose of Vengeance. You defeated one of the monstrous women in the Knives of Vengeance and tried to get information out of her. However, the woman's eyes glazed over before dying seconds after you defeated her. It seems that the Knives of Vengeance have only one purpose, and that if they are defeated, then their purpose is used up. Okay. So we still got one Knives of Vengeance leader to find clues from, and find Sigil and Cadabra Kill. Alright, I will continue to do this. And, well, actually, let's see, someone was talking there. Yep, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Alright, we're back. I just fought a bunch of red. I thought it was just a regular attack, but there were a bunch of high-level guys. Got another clue. Let's see. Knives of Vengeance that you fought said something about being too much work for them to do. Had they been created specifically to bear someone else? These aren't clues. They're just... yeah, that's kind of a waste. Alright, so let's see. Let's find the last... Oops. Let's find our two helpers here. We'll fight through this. So I fought some red characters like level 53 on this, so that's I still have my higher level notoriety set, so we can get some good XP. Angel ones are kind of the tough ones. Oh, there's the guy we're trying to help. She's doing a lot of sword work on us, but you see the red damage coming off me. It's not very high. There we go. Oh, there's Detective Hop. That's one of the guys they sent in there. No time to talk, Killdozer. I've got business I need to handle in this city. Name's Detective Hop, though. Maybe we'll run into each other again. Detective Hop runs off, but you remember that Captain Nolan mentioned that he was one of the officers sent to investigate the suicide cases. Look like he's alive and well for the time being. That's good. All right, let's see what else we got in here. All right, so yeah, she's 52. Let's get going. We're gonna have some epic battles. I love this this combination of Tremor and Ground Zero and Vault and Tremor again. Man, it's pretty powerful. Couldn't forget minions out. We're fighting all lieutenants here, but like enhancement converter found. All right. That's where we came in. Let's make sure we don't miss anything. Kind of hard to see in here, but I recognize his map. Let's try and round all these guys up. Mop up the higher level ones, and these dual pistol ones are. I think that these guys are doing. Some of them are just doing regular lethal damage, and I ran into one who was doing some had toxic damage on us. A little tougher. I have some pretty good resistance against toxic damage as well. Okay, we get too far afield here. Okay, we don't want to use the elevator yet because we're not finished at this floor yet. Whoops. Okay. It's a staircase up this way. Oh, we just kind of went around in a circle. Okay, we just went around the circle. Alrighty. Oops. So we can't take these elevators. Oh, here's Siegel. And Cadabra Kill. I've caused too much pain, Siegel. It has to end here. Pain, I chose all this. Stop talking nonsense. You paid too much for my sins, Siegel. It has to end here. Oh, boy, what do we got? Your husband belongs to us now, Siegel. We'll make sure he's punished for his sins against you. Oh, boy. Hell, you will. Lots of tension moves towards us. Killdozer, we will return for you. Okay. It looks like that Cadabra Kill has now been kidnapped by the bad guys. We're going to fight a few of these Banished Pantheons. Remember, you no escape. Die here. Okay. Oh, so see that we're terrorized popped up there all of a sudden? Went away again, but it's these guys terrorize me, which I haven't seen before. All right, get information from Siegel. No, Cadabra. Why do you think that you caused me pain? I chose all of this. It wasn't your place to decide that it wasn't right. What did he mean when he talked about pain? When we were young, we had gotten into some trouble. I won't bother with the details, but in the end, I chose to give up my soul so that Cadabra would keep his. Holy moly. I thought trouble, she meant like shoplifting or something. Jeez. He and I have been seeking a way to recover my soul ever since. I suppose these Knights of Vengeance believe that Cadabra somehow cheated, and they should have been the one to have his soul taken. They seem to think they're doing me a favor in all of this, but I chose for this to happen. I would do anything to help my husband, but anything for me. But now it seems that darkness here has twisted his mind, making him believe that he was somehow in the wrong. The darkness, Mott, what does he have to do with the Pantheon? I've only heard rumors, nothing substantial. There may be others who can help you, though. The Sioux have been fighting in Dark Astoria for years. If anyone would have information about Mott, it would be them. I need to recover myself and find my husband, Killdozer. I can't let him be taken by these women or the city. If I need your help, I will let that woman, Heather, know. I know I can count on you to help us. All right. So that's the end of mission 2 out of 4. Let's see if we can call. Yeah, we can call her. Cadabra Kill has gone missing now too. I can understand, I think. The longer I stay in this place, the more my mind has been wandering to the past, to those memories I regret. I thought I'd made peace with it, but there's just something about the city, Killdozer. Maybe it's all just from this Mott creature. Siegel is right, though. I think the Sioux can help us, and I think we were lucky enough that I saw some here before. While you were gone, I saw a number of those guys from the Sioux running around. I was a little scared at first. Back in Talos, they're nothing but thugs. The strangest thing happened, though. I watched them actually fighting off those guys from the Banished Pantheon and the Knights of Vengeance. Those guys could be allies, Killdozer. Maybe they've changed their attitude while in Dark Astoria, fighting for the greater good and all that. As usual, I stayed here in my little protective rune area, but I did overhear them talking about going into a tunnel system nearby to some sort of underground warehouse. If what Siegel said is true, we might be able to make a breakthrough. We might be able to finally make a breakthrough about what's going on here in Dark Astoria. While you're gone, I'll see if I can get in touch with Siegel to see if there's an able to find her husband. We all need to stick together in here. Yeah, we do. Alrighty. So I'm going to head over there to the next mission, and we will be right back. Alright, let's investigate the Sioux. Hey, these are some assets from Pretoria. This is like the underground tunnels in Pretoria. Oh, before we start though, let's see what we've got so far in terms of our slotting. All right, we're 6% open for these two things. Well, that's not great, but it's better than the 1%. So we're getting there. We've only done 2 missions so far. And let's also check our salvage. All right, so we've run out to 12 incarnate threads. So we've gotten 3. Okay, let's see what's going on with these guys. This will all regret this mistake, but we can take him on. Come on, I'll break him into a million pieces. These are all bad guys, generally. Sirocco, oh boy. So those are generally bad guys in the Rogue Isles. They're like their major elite bosses. Hua Tov. You, Killdozer, I am Hua Tov. You are one of the proud heroes of Paragon City. You have stopped many of my kind before, but this is different. The Sioux and Dark Astoria are not petty criminals. We are the ones who have fought tirelessly over the years to fight the darkness that consumes our city. You do not know how to fight this darkness, and thus only bring chaos to our plans. Leave now, and I will not be forced to use my powers against you. You have been warned, just like the Arachno's lackeys. I'm not here to fight. I'm here to find out about Mott. Let's try and be nice here. Mott, what do you know about the beast? The Sioux have been fighting this creature for years, Killdozer. We have become familiar with everything regarding this creature. We know what to do in order to destroy it. Master Tub C has commanded that we deal with any outside interlopers. You will only ruin our plans to stop Mott. I was merciful with Sirocco and his lackeys, but I will not show the same mercy towards you. You will be an example to the others. The Sioux will handle Dark Astoria and nothing else. Hold on. I understand your frustration. I do. Let's try and be nice. You are right that we have fought fiercely, Killdozer. While you handled threats of the Ricti, the Praetorians, the Fifth Column, we destroyed this cursed city. I watched my comrades go mad, either trying to kill each other or themselves. Master Tub C has finally come around to help us now that the beast has surfaced. You say that you seek to destroy Mott as well? If I let you in, Killdozer, my comrades will attack you, and I will have no way of stopping them. I cannot stop that. However, we do have information regarding Mott inside. Then you will let me in? I will. If you prove strong enough to defeat my comrades, then perhaps your mind is fresh enough to face the creature. If not, we'll have to eliminate a possible issue down the road. I will be off, Killdozer, and we will meet until we meet again. Goodbye, Hua. All right, so 3 items to look through for information. Defeat the head of the Sioux safe house. Oh, okay, we're in a regular warehouse. Ooh. High-level enemies. Oh boy, those guys. Sorcerers. And a reminder why fighting the Sioux is never recommended in this game. Oh, I killed him just in time. This guy was going to heal him up. Yes. I guess I killed that other guy. Hey. Oh. I got turned around. Oh, I'm going to put this on hold while I fight my way through here. I'll be right back. All right, we're in this room. We now have to 3 items to look for for information. Look like one of them's over there. Question marks, and then defeat the head of the Sioux safe house. Let's look at these sorcerers first here. Those sorcerers, boy, they are trouble. Ah, coward. They're slowing me down with their kinetics powers. But, again, because they are using so much lethal and smashing damage against me, it's a whole bunch. My health bar is barely moving. Those guys are all level 52. We're getting some good salvage. Ah, miss. Incarnate thread bonded? Oops. So there are 3 items somewhere in here. I think that from what I read, they are randomly placed in the map. Let's see what the clue says. You were able to end things peacefully with Tice, though he warned you the rest of the Sioux would not be so willing. You searched through the documents that the Sioux had regarding Mott and found some important information. Mott, it seems, is powered by death and suffering. The more death there is, the more Mott is empowered. The more anguish of a person is in when they are killed, the more power Mott gains. The Sioux theorize that all the wars that have been happening within Paragon and the Isles in this short amount of time have pushed Mott to fully reawaken. Their most recent research deals in what happens when a person is absorbed by Mott. The Sioux believe now that Mott is awake, he has the ability to absorb those who have become weakened, but their research is still inconclusive. All right. So that's one item to look through. Let's see if there's anyone down here. This may be the boss. I don't know. No, he was not. Well, maybe he wasn't the head guy. We'll see. That guy over there may be a boss. Alright, let's talk to the other guy that's up there. See what's going on with him. Oh, she, I guess. Madame Bellerose. Bonjour, Killdozer. I am Madame Bellerose. You're one of the Paragon's biggest and brightest, yes? And you are an Incarnate too. Quite impressive. I myself recently joined our exclusive club. Things are quite hectic here in Dark Astoria, aren't they? Though I have to say, it's a little exciting having monsters running about and danger at every corner. I do believe it's why I felt such a pull to come back here. You came here for danger? I did, and I'm finding plenty of it. Such a strange place, Dark Astoria. I heard it was quite haunted city before it was taken over. Did you know they would film many horror movies in Dark Astoria because of its grim atmosphere? Some of my favorite ones were filmed here, including Nightmare on Raimi Boulevard. I'm here now to see what else this place of danger has to offer someone as powerful as me. I should get going now. However, there's much to do. Ta-da! Okay. Well, that was the question. The 3 question marks up here. Okay, we still have to find 2 items and defeat the head of the boss man. So I'm going to put this on pause again, and we'll be right back. Okay, we just got another clue. Let's see here. The Sioux will prevail. You defeated the ancestral warden within the Sioux warehouse. That was the boss. Before it collapsed, he warned that no matter what, the Sioux and Cub Sea would prevail. They have been working on their plans for years and will finally be rewarded for all the sacrifices they made in the fight against Mott. Still got to find 2 more items. Yeah, the boss guy, I didn't know he was a boss guy. He was just an orange guy. And again, this map is not too large. It's really just a case of trying to find the items. There's some items down there, looks like. Or an item down there. Oh, I didn't see these bad guys down here. Of all the missions we've done so far in the thing, these guys have done the least damage to me. They're a bit more of an irritant because of the sorcerers, and they're healing the enemies, but and using some kinetic power to slow me down a little bit, but that's my health power is not really moved. So this one just takes more time because you got to find stuff. Let's click on this thing and see what we got. Okay, and one more item. Alright, I'll finish these guys up and I'll look for the other item. We'll be right back. Okay, look at the final item. Is back in this first room that I must have missed. I hear it now. Ah, there it is. All right. Hey, we're halfway through our first veteran level here. Let's see what this says. Found several items within one of the Sioux chests in their warehouse. It contains several very rare summoning components, something you found out in the dossier that was located on the chest. They mentioned that some of the components are used for summoning some sort of being into this world, but it's not specified what exactly that being is. All right. Let's talk to our contact. How did it go, Killdozer? So, Arachnos is here, too, with some guy named Sirocco. I think I've heard of him. I got a bad feeling about what's next if they're here. It looks like we know what we're up against now, though. It all makes complete sense. It's no wonder that Mott was awakened. We've had so many wars and crises over the past few years alone. The Praetorian invasion probably pushed his powers into overdrive and caused him to wake up. That's probably why all of us who were from Dark Astoria started having those dreams. Mott's presence was spilling out of the city and affecting us. So, the absorption, that's it. If the death of someone makes him stronger, and someone who dies in agony is even better, then he absorbs someone who is evil, or had given up hope, maybe he continues to absorb their power, or maybe it's really just a shot in the dark. I suppose at this point we should try and meet up with Siegel, right? Finale, moment of judgment. Let me see if I can get in touch with Siegel. Something's not right. Someone's talking to me in my mind. It's Siegel, I think. Hold on. Killdozer, this is bad. Siegel says she's been captured by the Knives of Vengeance. They're keeping her and Cadabra Kill in a sewer system nearby. They're putting the 2 of them in some sort of sick trial that's only going to end in their deaths. If Siegel and Cadabra die now, it'll only make things harder for us to actually fight against Mott. Siegel gave me a rough location of where they are. You need to go and save them. We need to make a stand here and now against Mott. All right. Let's check. Salvage first, though. 17. All right. So we picked up another 5 in that mission. Okay, that's pretty good. And in terms of unlocking stuff, 12%. All right. Now, this mission, from what I read, we had to make a final decision and have 3 different solutions, 3 different endings of what we're going to choose to do. You can choose to let these guys die, choose to let one die, or choose to fight them, try to save them both. Ooh, this is a weird sewer system. All this lava. Okay. Well, I guess it's not lava. It's not burning me. Okay, I'm going to put this on hold until we get near the end where we find our guys we're trying to save. We'll be right back. All right, I think we're finally in the place. This has been a really gross-looking place. These sewers are just nasty. Well, more so than normal. All right, okay, here's our help. Here's the 2 we're trying to help. Let's talk to this guy, Tempest. Welcome, Killdozer. You're just in time to see the destruction of 2 Oathbreakers, 2 sinners. The woman could have been left alone, as she did not insist on staying by this man's side. They're both guilty of many crimes, but let us pose the question to you. Shall we take just Cadabra's life and spare the woman? Perhaps you wonder why we ask you. An answer is not needed for that, only for the judgment to pass on to them. So we can take Cadabra's life, neither of them are dying today, or kill them both, I don't really care. No matter which choice you pick, you're going to have to fight some enemies. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try and save them both. And maybe I'll try the other options at other times. I think in this case we're going to fight a bunch of... I don't remember what we got to do, but let's see. You pause for a moment before you say your words and look over the situation. Cadabra Kill and Siegel seem to be in some sort of ritual. You size up the situation, seeing that you'll have to defeat all of the Knives of Vengeance if you have any hope of rescuing Siegel and Cadabra Kill. However, knowing how determined the Knives are, they will probably begin the ritual to kill the 2 while you fight them. You're not too sure how long this would take, but it could be more than a few minutes before the 2 of them are killed. If you could take down all the Knives of Vengeance in this area before they complete the ritual, you could save Cadabra Kill and Siegel. However, if you can't defeat the Knives, then both of them will be killed. Well, let's go for it and see what happens. I don't think we lose anything if it doesn't work. We don't fail the story arc. Bit of damage to me this time. Flapping their wings. 90 seconds left, okay. Speaking of the oh, it worked. Hey, it worked. All right. What do we want to get here? Incarnate Component, Empyrean Merit, or Super Inspiration? See, one of 4 choice tables. Let's choose the Incarnate Component. Do not have space in inventory. What? Oh, now I get to choose which one of these do I want. Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember which one I needed. Oh, no. Oh, inspiration. Okay. Oh, let's see. I'm going to cheat and look at it. I'm thinking about creating for alpha cardiac or agility. I got biomorphic goo. Oh, okay. Detailed reports or supercharged capacitor or agility. Oh boy, I have to choose one or the other. Meditation techniques. If you, I don't know what to do. Shoot. Detail reports. You saved us both. We're in your debt. Cadabra and I must leave Dark Astoria, I'm afraid. We caused you so much trouble already. We just simply do not have the power to stand toe-to-toe with the creatures here. We'll never get your help. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to Heather and see what we get for this. Now again, we can't repeat this in Dark Astoria, but we can repeat the same mission over and over again in Ourobourus. And we'll get the same choices every time. That's good XP. Killdozer just saw Cadabra kill and Siegel. Thank goodness you were able to rescue them both. It was a huge blow to that monster Mott. Heck, it even makes me feel better about things. While you were gone, I had yet another visitor ask for you. He said he ran into you at the Sioux warehouse, a Moo by the name of Moo Vorkin. He claims that Arachnos is trying to work on finding a solution to the Mott problem, and they would like your help. I know Arachnos is a villainous organization, but this seems like the only lead that you've got to work on, Killdozer. With Cadabra, Kill, and Siegel gone, I'm all out of ideas. I'm honestly going to try and leave this place myself once I take care of one last thing. What else can you tell about Moo Vorkin? That Moo Vorkin person is waiting to talk to you. So he's going to be our new contact. He also has a story arc. We'll do that at a later time. And then she has a mission, like a little one-type shot thing. So I think that's going to be it for us. So until next time, this is Greg 29407. Oh, whoa, before we do that, let's take a look at what we've got so far. Okay, so let's see here. We're at 16% for these two things. If I wanted to create this, I just had the one thing. I want to create this. I got two of the three things. And then when we look at our salvage, this is where they put the salvage stuff too. So here's that bimorphic group. I think someone just dropped that on us. Here's what we just got from our thing. We now have 18 incarnate threads. Those shards don't drop very fast at all. Boy, oh boy, I just got the one that guy gave me. The thread's a little bit easier. So, but it takes like 20 to get each item. So it's going to take a bit of time to get this stuff. All right, so that's where we're at right now. So until next time, this is Greg 29407 along with Killdozer saying aloha, and we will see you next time.